This is now the latest effort. We just saw Mike Howell talk about the Heritage suing. He thinks there's a good chance that they could get their hands on him. Obviously, this just adds to the pressure, and it also adds, if anything, to the optics of it. What are they so afraid of? Forward first to you.
My biggest problem is, look, I think that Mike Howell's a smart cookie. I like what Speaker Johnson's saying. Here's the problem. Early voting begins the day after Labor Day. I think it's time to take the gloves off, let Luna try the contempt maneuver. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But Republicans need to start growing a backbone.
You wouldn't be the first one to say that, Christina. Where do you stand on this? Is it a little too late? Even with the Bannon move that Speaker Johnson says he'll do an amicus brief, some are saying that came a little too late. It's days away from Steve Bannon reporting for jail in Danbury, Connecticut, July 1st.
I hate to say that I agree, but it might be too little too late. I mean, maybe if we see unprecedented moves where they hurry up and, rush through the process in a way that we are yet to see them do for anything else, maybe it will help. But unfortunately, I think we're watching a repeat of the Hunter Biden laptop. I mean, these audio tapes of Joe Biden's interrogation with Robert Hur really are the Hunter Biden laptop of the 2024 election. There's nothing to see here. It's fine. It's disinformation. There's nothing. And then after the election, we wait to find out that, oh, look he was the bumbling fool, and they cleaned up the transcript to make him sound more competent than he actually is. I hope we can get our hands on those tapes, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I
mean, the tapes, the financial transactions from the Biden family, all of it. What a tangled web we weave. Let's play a little bit of Donald Trump here talking about the gag order. Part of it's lifted, part why it's still in effect. Nobody really knows except for, of course, Judge Juan Merchan. Let's play this.
Well, I think partial is very unfair because there are things we have to say, especially in my case. I'm going into a debate and I'm going to have to talk about a gag order. What does partial mean? It's not fair. It's not fair.
Is this a trap, Ford? Are they trying to get Donald Trump to say something and maybe, we have a sentencing on July 11th or even before then, a violation of a gag order? Would it just be more fines? I think it was $1,000 maximum. What jeopardy does he have with just this partial lift here? Why would he lift anything? Why didn't he just lift the whole thing?
Well, there should be no gag order whatsoever, and Donald Trump's 1,000% right. The reason why we still have a gag order there is so that on Thursday night's debate, he can't tell the American people that the reason why there's a political persecution in New York is because Biden's man, Matthew Coangelo, engineered the entire persecution. Look, the verdict's in, the jury has been dismissed, the party's over, there should be no gag order. And look, if he violates it at the debate, it's going to be a fine, because Merchan knows that if he jails Donald Trump's will become the 47th president of the United States.
There you have it. Colangelo, though, and Bragg, an interesting note, will be under oath in front of Congress in a few weeks. They did agree to that subpoena, Christina, and that's going to be a fascinating day. I'm sure they'll find a way not to answer all the questions, but they are showing up. I guess they didn't want to be held in contempt, not like anyone who's a Democrat's ever held in contempt, though, these days.
Right. They're also not held to telling the truth. We've seen time and time again where people from the government officials have gone before Congress and lied repeatedly, including members of the First Family.
Hunter.
And yet Congress has exactly, and Congress has refused to do anything about it. So I think they're playing chicken on this one and saying, okay, we're going to come to you. I'm not convinced they're going to be truthful, but I'd love to see what they have to say. And I think they're basically going to dare Congress to fact check them and hold them accountable, which they probably assume Congress won't do because they have yet to do that for anybody thus far.
All right, just because we did bring up Hunter, there was oversight released this week. A signature, his own name there that says he lied. This is proof. So forward to Christina's final thoughts here. Does anything happen with it? I mean, what does that do? I mean, he's lying under oath. You would think there would be something that happens to lying to members of Congress.
Correct, but he's above the law. So unless Matthew Graves, the federal attorney for the District of Columbia, brings charges against him, he's going to walk and there's going to be no punishment.
All right, so we'll see what happens. He wants a new trial for his gun charges in Delaware, but he is going to face another judge in Los Angeles on those tax charges come September. Great to have you both with us. Appreciate the legal breakdown of these developments, especially when it comes to Speaker Johnson's move on the Hur tapes breaking right now. Christina Bobb, Ford O'Connell, come back real soon.